man, y'all welcome back to another video here on No Sugarcoat Podcast. It feels good to be back again. It feels good to be back in here sharing these thoughts and perspectives and putting somebody in this intimate space with me. I love doing this. It's a passion for me. I got Miss Taylor back in the building. I know she's glad to be back. She enjoyed our last session. Did you enjoy our last session?
Oh, for sure.
It was a good session. Y'all go out. Y'all go see that, man. It was good. She opened my eyes to a lot of great things, and she will definitely be back because her mind is, she got a good mind. It's good to get a woman's perspective because women, everybody thinks differently in this day and age, right? So as a man sitting here, sometimes I need a woman sitting here to maybe open my eyes, and maybe I can open her eyes as well. That's the beauty of what we're doing on this show, right? I love getting different perspectives, different thoughts from people. That's what this is all about. But first of all, before we get into it, giving out praise and honor to God because He is the reason why we are here today. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Come on now. So, and one of the things me and Miss Taylor was talking about, and honestly, not even just me and her, I got my homies I talk to them about this topic, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't want to discuss because you either feel this way or you feel that way, and there's no other way to feel, right? So today we're talking about, should women have a dress code in and outside of a relationship, right? And what I mean by that is, when you with somebody, should you dress more modest, modestly? No, not modestly. Modestly is what I was trying to say. I couldn't get that word out of my mouth. Modest, more conservative, right? And maybe not showing less skin, still being sexy, but showing less skin. And then when you outside of a relationship, you could show more skin, but you still should be more respectful of your body and who you are, your dignity as an individual. What's your thoughts on that, being a woman?
Personally, I started trying to dress more conservatively to respect my religion. I'm a Christian, you know. But inside of a relationship, I would like to, I'm the type to compromise. If my man doesn't like something, then I will take it into consideration. I'm not going to be like, oh my God. I'm a woman, like I can do whatever I want. Like, no. I feel like compromise is everything to keep a relationship.
Yes. That's amazing because my biggest things with me, I call it CC and T. Communication, compromise, and trust. So for you to say that makes so much sense, right? Because I think I spoke about it on another video with Royal. If y'all don't know who that is, go check out some of my other videos. I said, all I want you to do is consider it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not telling you, hey, you can't wear this. If you wear it, we're done.
Yeah.
Consider what I'm saying and look at my viewpoint, and then you make your decision from there. That's amazing, Taylor.
For sure.
A lot of women don't say that. A lot of women, why do I have to listen to you and what I wear? It's my body.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, if you want to look like, I don't want to say...
Say it.
If you look like, I'm going to just say harlot. If you want to look like a harlot, okay. Yeah, if you want to look like a hoe, then people are going to look at you like a hoe, you know?
You're going to attract what you're giving off.
It is true. Like, once I started dressing more modestly, like, I got a different type of attention from different types of people. And when I dressed more...
skanky.
Yeah, like, people were looking at me more sexually for the wrong reasons. And so... personally, if I don't want to be looked at as a sex figure, I do try to... But I'm not saying look like a nun. There's cute ways to be...
Not like a nun.
No, for real. There's cute ways to be a little bit conservative.
But still be sexy at the same time,
right? You can
definitely
do it, yeah.
And a lot of women, I don't think they know the balance, or maybe they don't want to do that.
They don't want to.
So, why is it that women... why do they claim to not know that's what they're giving off? And what I mean by that is... if a woman comes out, let's say, and I know this is not necessarily too revealing, but sometimes it is. If a woman comes out in a crop top and the leggings that may or may not be see-through, why doesn't that woman know that maybe she will attract a certain type of attention?
I feel like...
if she has it. Like some women, even if you don't, you look attractive. From a man's perspective, we are visual creatures. So you look attractive to us when you're showing all the curves and everything you have to offer.
I feel like they do it for attention. Low-key, they do know that they're going to be looked at in a certain way. Because when I get dressed and, like, pants make my butt look good, I know those pants make my butt look good. And I wear them because the pants make my butt look good.
But you know how many women will deny that?
They shouldn't.
They deny it. Oh, I don't care about the male's gaze. I'm not thinking about the man when I dress. And I'm like,
well, sometimes that is true because I'm not necessarily like, sometimes I like that my butt looks good and like I wear it because of how it makes me feel.
right.
But at the end of the day, I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get more looks when I look good.
Right.
You know?
That makes sense. When you dress in that way and you become maybe not more revealing, but you care about your figure, you know that, hey, I definitely might get looked at.
No, for sure.
100%. But a lot of women don't. I don't know if they just can't be honest with themselves or because they're too. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. They just too into themselves to think that, oh, because I dress this way, it shouldn't mean anything.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, it's like you wouldn't say I have faith in God and run
Right.
out into like a busy street and just base it all on faith type, you know? Yeah.
Oh, okay. You being a woman of God, though, you have to carry yourself with a different type of modesty. You have to care about how you present yourself because the Lord doesn't allow you to. What's the word? Not allow, but it doesn't want you to go out in the world as revealing, right? That's something to think about. What does the Lord say when it comes to clothing and how you guys should present yourself as women?
Well, I have to think back. I recently, just that you're more likely to get, you know, things to happen if you dress a certain way. Like I know there's one verse that it's basically like the thought is sin, but as women we shouldn't provoke the thought with how we carry ourselves.
Say it one more time. Go ahead.
Like the thought provokes sin, but as women we shouldn't provoke the thought with how we carry ourselves. You know?
And how do you feel about that statement?
I mean, it's true. Like, if I decide to wear, like, a skin-tight outfit, and sometimes I do, if y'all catch me out there after looking at it, but, like, I do know that, like, 9 times out of 10, something is more likely to happen. Like, I got drugged on 7th Street one time, and, like, it was, like, this whole big thing, like, apparently I was getting carried out of a bar.
Oh, my God.
And then my friend, like, punched him in the face. And then she got drugged, too. She passed out on the bench. And, like, the cops had to call my mom to have my mom come get me and my friend and stuff like that. And the very first thing she said, I'm not going to say the bar's place for, I don't know if it's copyrighted, but, like, there's a pool inside. And, like, me and my friend, we bought, like, bikinis with us to go inside of the pool. And so the very first thing my mom said was like, why would you wear a bikini with a whole bunch of men drinking like inside of a like packed club? And I was like, well, there's a swimming pool in there. And then she was like, Taylor, don't ever do that again. Like, and
you was acting naive.
well,
You put yourself
I was naive.
You was naive. You put yourself in a predicament that you knew was potentially wrong. But not thinking about it wholeheartedly, just thinking about yourself and what you wanted to do.
I mean, it was just more the fact me and my homegirl, like, we were definitely planning on going to this place simply because they had a pool.
Right.
It was a summer. Like, we were like, oh, well, we don't want to get our clothes wet because, like, we did go places before the pool place.
Right. So why not bring a
swimsuit? So we got there, we put on our swimsuits. Like, people were, like, giving us drinks and stuff like that. People started jumping in the pool. Just one of those drinks.
Of course.
Happened to be drugged, and I didn't even know.
God. But these are things you have to look out for, right? So now looking back, how do you feel about what's your oversight on that? Like, what's your outlook? How would you communicate that to another girl to say, hey, you should not do this because this happened to me? How would you put it?
I would just say that, like, yo, bro, don't wear a bikini to a club. Like, and then I would just tell her, like, I always thought being drugged would be fun for some reason, and it wasn't. Like, my whole body was running a fever for the whole next day. Like, I couldn't move. Like, had I would have gotten carried out, like, I probably easily could have gotten human trafficked. It was really scary at the time.
I mean, anything could have happened to you. You could have got taken advantage of, right?
For sure. And, like, I really do think my attire did have a little something to do with it, because, like, us being, like, one of the only 2 people who planned ahead to bring a swimsuit, like...
In turn, thinking that you were planning ahead, you put yourself in a predicament.
In a predicament, yeah.
Right?
So attire does matter.
Attire doesn't matter. I'm not saying that based off what they wore solely is the reason why it happened to them. We don't condone anything like that happening, and that can happen to any girl. But I do feel like the clothes she wore and putting herself in that environment makes a huge difference. Because if she would have came in, hypothetically speaking, I'm being over exaggerated, but if she came in a whole blazer and a suit like she just got off of work, do you think she still would have got drugged?
I don't
And
think so.
it could have happened, but it's unlikely, right? Because you wouldn't have seemed like the girl that was easily a target.
Yeah, yeah. Like looking back, yeah, I really wish I would have wore clothes.
Right? See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it would have happened, and I'm sorry it happened to you, but that's something you have to learn from. And that's something that really set you back in your seat, and you was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Right? You thought about it.
Yeah, the whole next morning when I was throwing up and running a fever, that's all I could think about. And I'm not saying like, oh, the
Thank
bikini
God nothing
itself.
happened.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
God nothing
Thank
happened.
God the cop was there, and then like the bodyguard was paying attention and stuff. Like,
Thank God, like for real.
for
Because
real.
your life could have been totally different to this day.
No, literally, literally. Yeah, dude.
That is one hell of an experience. Wow.
I will say it's on 7th Street, but I can't say like that night, like we met some girls on the street or whatever, and like got their information, and like she had seen on my story that I got drugged, and she had texted me. She was like, "Yo, I got drugged too," and
Oh wow.
yeah, so like apparently a couple of people had gotten drugged that night and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like it was like a serial drugging.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not cool.
That and seeing that these are the type of stories and examples I love. You was able to come up here and share your story with people, with the world, of what you've been through and why it may matter that the clothes you wear can make a difference and impact your life.
No, for sure.
In that very moment, that was powerful, Taylor. God damn.
But yeah, don't wear a bikini in a club full of people. I mean, if you want to, all the power to you. Just know that, like, yeah, men shouldn't like look at you, but like, have you ever seen that Dave Chappelle show? And it's like, basically, if you see somebody dressed like a cop, you're gonna go up to them and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not a cop." And he was like, you equate it to a girl, like you see a girl kind of dressed like a skank, and then you think she's like a whore, and then she's like, "I'm not a whore," and he's like, "Well, you're wearing a whore's uniform."
That's what you present yourself
Yeah,
as.
like
Ooh.
people, they only use sensory details. Like unless they know you, all they know is what they see.
Outside looking in, 100%.
For sure, and it sucks that it's that way. But at the end of the day, it's the way the world is, and acting like it's not that way.
It's naive, stupid, ridiculous.
It's not helping anybody.
Not helping nobody. It doesn't make any sense. And the crazy part is, these people teach their kids to be the same way.
No, literally, like this whole like movement of like, oh, being naked is powerful, sleeping with a whole bunch of people is powerful, and giving bits and pieces of yourself to everybody is a powerful thing, and dressing like a slut is a powerful thing. No, I think a more powerful thing is raising, well, not even if you don't want a family, but like either raising a family or having a job or being self-sufficient. Like that's what we should teach people. Loving yourself for who you are. We shouldn't teach people that nakedness and like having sex with everybody is a power statement. Like it's not. We're just raising little girls to be whores.
Yes. 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 You better talk. Man, that was powerful. I didn't have to say nothing, guys. She did that.
Nah, for real.
You did that. We love to hear that. So wow. So in turn, let's think about it another way. What do you think about the Kiki Palmer situation?
I think her clothes shouldn't have. She shouldn't have let clothes ruin a whole relationship. And people are cheering on this, like, go Kiki Palmer, go Kiki Palmer. Like, her and her boyfriend allegedly just broke up yesterday over the situation because he had posted, like,
Wow.
Oh, you're a mom. Like, I don't want you dressing like that. You know, like, you have me and stuff like that. I don't want you displaying your body to the whole world, you know? And they broke up over that. And
They broke up.
They broke up over that, and people are cheering her on, and like they're really just cheering on another black single mother, like who lost a family unit. Like nobody should be cheering for a family being broken apart.
Oh, you just changed my viewpoint because. Okay, look. Okay, hold on. Wait, I didn't know that happened. So I don't know if any of you guys know, or if you know, he released a video with her yesterday.
Who?
Usher,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
right? And when I seen it, I said, right? And then I go to the comments. The first comment I seen, I think it said, "Well played, very smart." Pete, hold on. I really think, right? We live in a day and age where social media is such a huge thing, and that's the way we can market without actually even having to market, right? We plan these malicious and meticulous things in order to get the world to have their hands and everything to bring up the popularity of what you're doing. So before you said that, now I'm really thinking, I don't know what it could be. Now I'm on the fence. I think they played the game. I think that was our plan and planted.
You really think so?
I think, and if it wasn't, it ended up being a plan in the end, right? I really think, come on now. Kiki probably wore what she wore, not understanding or not thinking what would have happened that night. Usher played on that, possibly. And then once it went crazy, once all the drama started, how about you come be in a video? How about you be a part of my music video?
Yeah.
And then it brings up that video in 3 hours got almost 500,000. I think it got over 500,000 views just in 3 hours of it being posted. There was no, I think there was a snippet posted the day before that got people ready for it. But I think that's absolutely ridiculous because I do feel like it had to be a plan. It had to be a part of it. And if it wasn't, maybe it's just something that naturally happened, right? Who's to say what really happened and what didn't happen? I didn't know they broke up.
Yeah, like
You just, I didn't know they broke up. Well, we for sure, are we sure that's what happened?
yeah, I saw it on like the Shade Room and TMZ that they had split. And everybody was all like, oh, like, he was controlling, like, let her wear what she want. We're women. You can't control our bodies and stuff.
But it's not even that. It's deeper than that. It's all about respecting each other, right? We are a representation of each other. So what you wear and how you present yourself is a representation of me. You wouldn't want me going out in the world with too tight pants on or maybe looking like a woman. I mean, however you want to think about it, whatever you don't accept, you wouldn't want me going out in the world doing that because in turn, I'm a representation of you as well.
For
We are a
sure.
unit, the child, right? We all involved, the family. We are an image of each other. So why would you allow yourself to be put in that predicament, right? That's it's good you took it one step deeper. We all should take it one step deeper. Usher was doing what he was doing as an entertainer.
For sure.
100%. I'm not blaming him for nothing he did. He was an entertainer, right? But what she had on and how she presented herself, it does make a difference, right? Maybe, hopefully he said something to her. Maybe it just didn't get anywhere and he figured out that, hey, this is a big red flag. Red flag that I can't get past.
Yeah, and I really do feel like it wouldn't have been that big of a deal had she would have just worn jeans. You know, like some skinny jeans, like, or something like that.
Because no man wants a girl going out with half their butt out.
Nah, for real.
I mean, unless he don't respect you, don't think about you in that way. You just a piece of...
And some dudes do like to, like, have their girl look sexy and be the one who has their arm around her and stuff like that.
Right, 100%.
But 9 times out of 10, if a more attractive dude comes up to her later that night, they're gonna be like, what, you know? But playing off of what you said about it maybe being a plan, I low-key don't think it was a plan until, like, everything blew up. And then Usher was probably like, yeah, let's do this music video together. Like, I have a song about a boyfriend coming out, and we already have the publicity for it.
This will play right into our hands.
But at the end of the day, do I think the relationship breaking up and going to crap? Yeah, I do think that was real.
Wow.
Because he wasn't famous. Like, he was just like a regular dude.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't famous. I don't even know who he is. You know who he is? I don't even.
So, like, I feel like his feelings really were genuine.
Wow. This is why I have this platform. You came in because I didn't know that happened. I have too much going on to keep up with Tom, Dick, and Harry and everything everybody do, right? So I had no idea that even happened. Now I do think about it a little bit differently. Maybe it wasn't planned, but became the plan eventually.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the plan and they didn't think it was going to turn out that way. Maybe he went in on the loop.
But Kiki Palmer never really had a sexy image until recently.
But that's only because we didn't ever see her that way. We knew her as a child. We grew up seeing her. To us, she wouldn't have looked that way to us I guess till recently. I guess till she started putting herself out there more. I guess once she became a mother, maybe she just started to put herself out there more. I don't know. Now I know back then, my mom 5 years ago, I think Kiki released a song that was talking about being with a woman. She talked about her sexuality a little more. I think it's called "I Don't Belong to You." I think that's
Okay.
what that was about, and I think that's when she opened up the doors to say, "Hey, I'm more than just that childhood actor you know of."
For
You
sure.
see what I'm saying?
An image change. I mean, but still, you can change your image and not automatically go sexy. Like, that's what Hollywood always
Of course
does.
not. Sex sells though.
I
It's
mean,
sad, but it's the truth.
yeah, it
I'm not
does.
condemning what she does. Sex sells. A woman doesn't have to be overly out there to still attract the audience.
That's true. I mean, I feel like there, like we said earlier, there's a way to be sexy and
Modest
modest
at the
at this.
same time.
Yeah, it's just finding the perfect balance. Like maybe wearing like a long fitted dress, like your
Right.
body's still like showing, but it's still
But it's still
covered.
covered, right?
You
And you can still be
know.
sexy without showing off everything you have to offer. Because you have to leave something to the imagination for a man, right?
And I just want to say that everybody talks crap. I hate Kim Kardashian. I hope y'all hate the whole Kardashian family. But like, but like, we always talk crap about them because she made a whole sex tape, and now her kids that she has have the possibility to go back and see her butt cheeks and her naked and
Not the
stuff.
possibility.
They can.
They can.
And
1000%.
and now we're kind of praising Kiki Palmer for doing the same thing.
Crazy how that works, right?
You
Crazy
know?
how the world is influenced and how we decide to think, and it definitely depends on the individual. Kim Kardashian more than likely hasn't always been deemed as that figure, right? She's always been what she's been, but Kiki was a childhood actor. We all know and love her, so of course people are gonna think differently about her, although it's somewhat of the same situation, the same principle.
Same
Maybe not.
principle.
Definitely in
Yeah.
two different ways, right?
For sure.
Wow, you
And
gave some good insight, girl.
not for real. And she just became a mom. So I was like, why? Like, low
Why?
key, why would you start doing this as soon as you became a mom? Like,
Who knows why? Maybe she found herself and became more confident.
maybe.
I don't know, right? I'm not a woman. I don't know how y'all think about your bodies and how y'all are. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. You really gave some good insight though, girl.
I
I
feel
like
like
that.
most of the women are going to hate me after these past couple
Nah.
episodes. They're going to be like, ah. But
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of women think the way you think, but they just don't want to voice it out. They don't want to put it out there. They don't want to be known as being different. So I thank you for coming on No Sugarcoat and expressing how you felt and giving people that different perspective. 'Cause a lot of people don't want to have that. They don't want to do it. They're afraid to do it, or they don't have a platform to do it on.
nah, for real.
Come
Nah, for
come on,
real.
man. Thank you for coming, Miss Taylor. Thank y'all for coming out to the video. Thank y'all for spending some time with me. Grab that merch. I released merch. The website is already up. This is one of the special cups with my great, wonderful face on it. You feel what I'm saying? You can get your face on it, maybe. Let me not go there, right? You can get my face on it, the team's face on it. If you want one with your face on it, it's going to cost you some money. But if you do want a cup, the website is in the description of every single video. I have shirts. I have jackets, I have a sweater, and I have plenty more things coming. So please support the page, support the podcast, support what I do so I can continue to give y'all this great content. Even if y'all don't, I'm still going to give y'all this good content because I love doing this. Understand what I'm saying? But thank you guys for coming. Please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you thought, and don't forget to hold me accountable in the comments if you don't like what we said here. That's it, and that's all. Thank y'all for coming, and I'll see y'all again on another video.